crazy gold mask on my face. Do you see this? This isn't your normal Minute with Mary. It's a behind the scenes, impromptu, this is real life on a Sunday night, Minute with Mary. I'm joined by Blake. Come here, Blake. Come on down. Come on down, partner. You're probably going to hear, potentially even see one of our kids. Happy Sunday night. Do me a favor. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I always love to see which country, which state, all sorts of things where people are tuning in from. It just makes me happy. It just makes me super duper happy. So I am located, if you just come across my video because maybe, social media thinks it's fun to show you a video of a girl with a gold face. Hi, my name is Mary Larson. I live in Rhode Island with my husband Blake and my kids. I love to help people feel more confident, creative when it comes to makeup and skincare. I podcast with Blake about all sorts of nerdy things like book and TV series, and I should not have taken my hair down while I was doing a brightening mask. So this is a behind the scenes look as to what's happening right now in my office studio. We have a very fancy podcasting studio downstairs in our basement that Blake, where'd you go? You have to keep
I'm here.
hiding.
I'm looking at the thing.
Okay. We've got a really fancy podcast studio downstairs. Hi, Rachel Bailey's. What a fun background. Thanks for the hashtag. Hello, lovely Rachel. Great to see you. So we had a really nice setup for my upstairs office. This is where I do all of my makeup recording, my tutorials. This is where I do all of my office work personally. We kind of have this like master space up here. We've got our bedroom, our bathroom, and then the guest bedroom up here. And we had gone back and forth for a long time about what we were going to do with this bedroom. It's awkward, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like slanted ceilings. We live in a cape. So there's 3 floors. It's a 4-bedroom. It's a great house. But this room, there's a lot of built-in shelving and a lot of closet space, which is just not an ideal bedroom. And when we had been pregnant last year, we kept saying, like, okay, this will be the baby's nursery, but we miscarried. So then it didn't need to be a nursery, and we don't really always need like a guest room. We don't have that many overnight guests. Thank you, Panorama. But I did need an office. I was doing a lot of my work in my dining room, right, in the kitchen. I mean,
you
like
need to
anywhere.
Move more this way.
Why?
Because.
Okay, so can I
just trust me?
So this is Blake. His obsession is lighting. Like if you follow our podcasts and you hear him talk all the time about why he likes lighting in shows, and it just like I don't even understand any of it. Here's what it's like in real life. And this is why I wanted to go live. Yes, I've got a brightening mask on my face. Yes, I'm in my Christmas PJs. But I was like, Blake, people might want to know about this process. So let me know your thoughts. Hey, Margarita, how are you? Right. So I am trying to be centered. I've got cutouts. Like I was saying, there's built-in shelves inside this room. And there's just one area with cutouts. And this is why I decided it would be a good spot for me to set up my office and my space. There's 2 cutouts. Here is how I am living my best 40-year-old woman life. There's 2 big cutouts. I'll take a picture of it tomorrow. The bottom cutout, I have a heated foot massager. And then the middle cutout, I made a bed for my cat Lumos because she always wants to be with me. She wants to jump on my lap. She wants to walk around on my keyboard and stuff. So I actually made like a cat bed at petting height in my in-home office. If that isn't a dream come true for you and your cat, I don't know what is. And if you have a cat and you work from home, think about making them a little bed next to you because I'm telling you it's going to make both of you happy. So Blake has wanted to add depth and color and all this kind of stuff to my videos, and it was really beautiful and good before. I had twinkle lights on one side, I would have my plants on the other. The problem was is that where my desk and my camera was took over my one window in this room, and it has, slanted ceilings, dormer, that's what it's called, right? Dormers?
Yep. No, it does not have dormers.
What does this mean? Oh, we don't have dormers.
We have not vaulted.
Like, what is it?
Whatever,
slanted ceilings. Sure. So like there's just one window in here, and I love light. I'm pretty much a plant. So I was like, I can't have all my camera and all this kind of stuff in front of my window and not make use of my window. And I've gotten into having houseplants, and like they're gonna need the sunshine in the winter. So poor Blake had just almost perfected what he wanted my old video setup to be. So as I said, if you remember, I had like twinkle lights on one side, I had my shelf, I would have like a colorful thing. He was chef's kiss. He was so proud of how that came out. And then I ruined the whole thing. I just said, nope, I want to have it in a completely different area. I want to have the window open so I can sit there in my recliner, pet my cat, but like do my more reading work and meditating and just have more space in this room, make better use of this room. So we flip-flop everything around, but in the process, all of the lighting got messed up. And his little heart, how did your heart feel?
I was upset.
They can't see you. You're just like God speaking to me.
I was upset.
He was so upset. Watch out. My mask is still drying. He was so upset. And each time he would watch my new videos, he's like, oh, Mary, you're not sitting in the right spot.
Cringeworthy.
You're crooked. This doesn't look right. And he would go on YouTube and show me countless videos of people who had cool backgrounds. And he was like, this is what I want. I want you to have like depth and colors. And I'm like, but these are people who are talking about how to play a video game. Like, these are like guys who are, I don't know, just like talkers. They're not necessarily makeup people. But we did a little tweaking. We found some stuff. And today's the day that Blake is putting it all up. Bailey says, such a professional camera. That shot is great. You know what's so funny is it's not really like a professional camera.
Actually, it is.
I mean, it's like the camera that most people get when they become a parent and they're like, I want to have a nice camera to take pictures of my baby. And then you really just take pictures on your phone. Has anyone else fallen victim to that? Where you're like, I'm a parent now. I'm going to buy a nice camera and learn like aperture and ISO. Still no idea. Even when I try it on my phone, I'm like, I don't know what this means. It means like zoom in, blur things. No idea. So I bought this nice camera when we had Reese. Learned a little bit how to use it. I mean, I did go to like a photography class, remember?
You did.
I tried to watch some tutorials, but as you're juggling a baby and you have to remember, like, do I have the card in this thing? Is it what I want it to be? I just didn't use it enough. I used it back when I would blog, but even still, you have your phone on you all the time. So this camera that you're seeing me on right now was not being used. I mean, occasionally I would pull it out at like Christmas time, but still, I'm most likely using my phone. The phones are just so good nowadays. So this camera has been with us since 2000. We probably got it in 2012 before he was born. 2012, 2013. What?
I said, oops.
Oops, what? That we just like bought a camera and didn't use it?
No, I just messed something up.
Oh, that's okay. And so as we were figuring out how I wanted to start making videos in my space, I didn't want to have to keep putting my phone up and down. And I was so into the blurry background. I'm like, how do I get the blurry background? And I downloaded a couple apps on my phone, and they just wouldn't always work. They took a lot of editing, and you could never really go live and have the blurry background. So Blake started to Google, like, how do we create a blurry background when we want to go live? And people were like, use these kind of cameras. And we were like, we have that camera in our basement collecting dust that we're not using. So if you have like a kind of fancy camera, you know, the kind that like you actually, yeah, that's what can do this, which is so neat.
Well, you need a lens to do this.
Okay.
Not just a camera.
Yeah, but you get a lens and then it makes the magic happen. Volume seems low a little, says Bethany. Does anyone else feel like my volume is low?
That's okay. We can fix that.
How are we going to fix that? I know, but let's make sure.
Well, actually, if you go to...
Hold on.
Let me see.
I want to see if anyone else says it's quiet. Rachel's talking about cats. Oh, yeah, and Bailey says it's quiet.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to look into this volume
No, it's easy.
situation. Okay. Am I going to have to push this button every single time?
Nope.
Oh, good. So this is one of my pet peeves. I do not like coming into a space, whether it's our podcast studio or here,
Oh,
and
I see
having
why.
to do
Okay.
multiple things. Yes, volume is low. So
Yeah, I can take care of it. Give me a second.
You're probably going to hear a lot of as Blake touches
There
stuff.
you go.
Let's see. Can you hear me now? And for those of you who thought I was perfect volume like Margarita, I probably just became really, really loud. And if so, I'm sorry. How is this volume?
It should be
is
better.
This any better? Let us know. Let us know. So I could tell you what we've got going on in this room, and you could tell me how the volume is. And my brightening mask is starting to mostly dry. I love to spend Sunday nights doing some kind of skincare mask. I actually like lock myself in the bathroom. Blake is used to this routine. The kids are used to the routine. And I do 1 to 2 masks. I'll listen to calming music. I might go live like in my bathroom just to say hi to the people who are in my VIP group, to let them know what I'm doing. I'll call friends, I'll listen to an audiobook, but I love it because it kind of helps me restart for the week. And so I was in the middle of doing all this, and Blake said, Mary, I want you to come in here, and I could show you all this cool stuff I did. Let's see. Bethany says, it's much better now, loud now, before it was soft. Oh no.
Hey, just turn it down.
Rachel says, volume is great now. Sounded like you were trying to talk quietly before Blake fixed it. Ruth says, not liking the blurry background, but to quote Blake, whatevs. LOL. Now the background is much better. Whoops, I meant volume is much better. Okay, so now the volume is better, but you don't like the blurry background. Tell me why you don't like the blurry background, Ruth. Tell me.
Unfortunately, too bad.
I mean, when I'm doing other lives on my phone, there will not be a blurry background. You know, if I'm doing a quick live, a quick video, I'm filming things in different places of the house, it's going to be not a blurry background because that's going to be on my phone. But the cool thing about this is not only are we able to kind of play with the blurriness of the background, but we get to make sure that this part is crisp, my face. And so with the point of my wanting to do like makeup tutorials, I wanted to make sure that this was really in focus and really crisp. And I'm not always able to film with really good lighting. Ideally you film with like beautiful natural sunlight and brought in all this light from, you know, a nice big window. Well, I only have like one tiny window up here and it just doesn't always work the way that I need it to. So that's why we had to bring in extra lighting, and with that you need to kind of change your camera lens to make things work a little better.
I don't like that.
Margarita says that I'm much louder. She had to turn us down, but she loves the blurry background. And Ruth says, I knew he would say whatevs. The blurry does look professional though. Oh yay. See, and that's what Blake wants. Blake wants it to look professional. So I wanted to share with you how this works. Like I come into this room and it's an extra bedroom. It's our 4th bedroom in our house. I come in, or my door is that way. I come in over here to where my whole desk setup is, complete with a cat bed. And the first thing I need to do is hit this button situation. And this is what gives me so much anxiety. And this is why I love my husband, who wants to have a complicated blurry background with colors, because to me, I'm like, I will just go live in my dining room and show and show the mess of my dishes.
Absolutely
and have my
not.
cat walk around everywhere and not have anything fancy. So this is step 1. I need to walk in, turn my computer on, and I have to hit, can I hit this off or is my camera going to go off?
No, you can hit off.
Again, I have to hit button number 1, which controls the main lights, the fill lights.
No,
Is that
those
what
are
it
key
is?
lights.
These are key lights because they're slightly above.
The ones that are on right now are
This
fill
is-
lights.
Oh, okay. So I have to turn those on. So this is, we're gonna get like real fun, friends, right? So, and there's this one.
And then
Here,
we
let's turn everything off, Blake.
Then we have a halo light.
No, we're gonna go like from the order that I would have to
Oh,
do it.
okay.
So turn that off.
All right, hold on.
Okay, you guys ready? People who join late for this live are gonna be so confused. Where's the other clickers for?
Hang on.
Okay. Then you gotta turn those off. Just pretend my Christmas tree isn't on, okay? So I come into this room and I hit button number 1. Ah, hello. Let there be light. These by itself, really good. This is what I used for quite some time, right? Was just these kind of lights. Did their job, very, very nice. But then Blake said, no, I want more. Now, in my old setup, all of these other things used to have purposes, or at least a couple of them. Sadly, the new lights that he got don't work on this multifunctional clicker, and now this clicker is pretty much useless. Why are there 5 buttons? Oh no, I have another kid in here. Go to bed.
Go to bed.
Go to bed. You're gonna get a strike for tomorrow.
Mommy, I
Go to
feel it in my tummy.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll take care of
Okay.
it.
Go down. Go downstairs.
Near my private.
Okay. Someone says, what is happening? I don't know who you are, unknown user, on Facebook. For some reason, it just says unknown user. But hello, tell me who you are, because for some reason, I can see every other person's face and name. Okay, so that is the first light, is the fill lights.
No,
No.
key lights.
Key lights. They're like in front, but kind of above. And they don't give me under eye shadows. Then I have
Fill lights.
fill lights.
So it fills the rest of the face and shadows.
Okay.
and it gives a little more warmth to your skin.
There you go. So this would just be if I just had fill lights. Kind of creepy. But it adds, as you can see, it's adding like sunlight glow. So this all matters to my husband dearly. Once again, I would be perfectly happy filming in my dining room, mess of a dining room, bad lighting, but he loves to make it great. And for that, I appreciate and love him and let him play in my office space. So those are 2 lights. So we've got the key lights, we've got the fill lights. Then Blake wants to make sure that everybody knows.
What would happen if I just used one key light?
No, Meg, I can't see you. It just says unknown user.
Well, I
You're
like
like the
that
one
better.
person. What?
I kind of like that better. Just
Okay.
one key light.
Well, let's like put it back on for right now. Can you just put it back on for right now? I don't know how I feel about it because this isn't real, authentic me. This is face mask me in jammies. So he wants to make sure that my dark hair / salt and pepper hair.
I think I want to go with that.
Oh my gosh. He makes me
You want
sit
to
in here.
experiment?
He makes me sit in here for like an hour every day, and this is what he does. Mary, sit here. I'm gonna look.
You want to experiment? We
I
can
don't want
experiment.
to experiment with that one anymore. Oh my!
no,
I'm
we
gonna
can't
have
do
such a hard time sleeping. No,
we can't do
I
that.
don't want to do
Okay.
this.
All right. All right. All right. All right.
All right. So then, depending upon how many of these lights got going on,
Okay.
then he wants to have a halo light. And for people who have dark hair, especially, they need to differentiate their hair
And their
from
shoulders.
and their shoulders in the background. And you will see this a lot in TV shows and movies. If someone has dark hair, a dark complexion, a dark outfit, there's actually going to be a light from like behind them to kind of create extra light. So Blake, halo me. Halo. Oh, yeah, baby. And he especially likes this because it shows off the silvers in my hair. But as I said, it helps differentiate where my head is. So that is the halo light. And that is the light that I get the most in trouble for.
I just want to see. Okay.
This
That
is my
is the
life.
that is the light you most get in trouble for. I totally agree.
Margarita says, I love you guys. I'm so glad I turned into this getting a lighting tutorial. You never knew. You never knew that you were missing this in your life, right, Margarita? This is what Blake's obsessed with. I'm obsessed on Sunday nights with taking care of my skincare. Blake's in here playing with lights and ordering lights and making me sit down here. Okay, sit. You're not in the right spot. You're crooked. But this is the light I get the most in trouble with because it doesn't go on my clicker. I used to have lots of things just on this clicker, and I came in and I go boop, 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 and now only one matters. I don't even know why I have a clicker for them. I should just turn them on. Okay, the halo light I have to click on, and it's above me, so it's not even in my line of sight. So that's why I get in trouble. I forget it's up there. It's on the ceiling. I think it has an auto shut off. I don't even know. All right, so we've got key lights, fill lights, halo light.
Scroll down so you can see the rest of the comments.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, Ruth says, but an important part of you doing makeup live is looking real without fancy lighting. Just my thought. I do appreciate that, Ruth. I do. And that's why I try to do like a nice mix. Dorinda says, cool. Go, Blake. Bethany says, I need some tips for being on Zoom. These tips totally work on Zoom. Like this will up level if you work from home, if you're on camera a lot, if you do Zooms a lot. These will help you. Please do not feel like you need to do all of these. This is what happens when Blake has been home creating lighting for years. Michaela says, #NerdClan. Thank you, Michaela. Hi, Anna. How are you? Hey, Stephanie. It makes me look like a rock star, says Mick. Thank you. Create a lighting checklist, right? Exactly. Thanks for the hashtag. Hello, lovely Anna.
Okay.
All right. My brightening mask is starting to get ready to peel.
You look like Meryl Streep in
Oh, what? See how it's like a little
Death
saggy?
Becomes Her.
See how it's getting a little saggy?
How about right here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I like to wait until it's all dry so I could see if I could peel it off in one fell swoop. Kind of like when you peel an
Now we're
orange
gonna
or an
put these on.
apple. I thought you were going to touch me, and I'm like afraid. I like to see if I could do it all at once. Sometimes you can just peel it like as it's dry. Stop it. But I know that there's this part, there's still a little wet area, so it's just going to be a little saggy. If you rip some of this off before I'm ready, I'm going to be so mad. All right. So now there is more lighting that just arrived today.
Yes.
And this is what Blake's been playing with, and he's been sitting in here. And this is what caused me so much stress right before my concert, because Blake tried to give me like a souped up studio, And I came home and I had 10 minutes to do my makeup before my concert. And he's like, Mary, look what I'm doing. And I was like, I need to do my makeup. And I had to do my makeup and it was like this. It was tough. So needless to say, I did not go live. I did not make a video for that. So what is this backlight called?
These are accent lights.
Accent lighting.
There now the tree right here. You know what that's called?
A Thanksgiving tree.
Yes, but in real terms, that's called practical lighting, because it's lights that are actually showing up in camera.
You're not showing up in camera. I feel like if you're talking, you should show your face a little.
Well, you gotta see the tree. So this right here.
You have to put your head like here. There you go.
This right here is called practical lighting because it shows up in camera, and it provides contrast to this right here, which is the accent lighting right there. So
say hi
Mary,
to Anna. Say hi to Michaela.
Hi,
Say
Michaela.
Hi to Laura.
So Anna says we need more Blake's Book Club. Yes, I'm actually gonna do one tonight. So there you go.
Are you, or
Yeah.
are you just gonna be in here playing with lighting?
Well, I'm gonna play with lighting and then do that. So Mary, now please.
No, this is what happens.
Now sit where you're supposed to sit.
He says that 5 times a day.
There you go.
Sit where you're supposed to sit. But then the problem is that I don't listen, and I'll just be like,
Yeah, you'll move and
I'm like, hi everybody, welcome to this Minute with Mary.
you'll sit in
And
like
then-
different spaces.
And then I get a
touch the
text from him.
camera.
He'll be like, I saw you on my lunch break. You were off center. You forgot the halo light. I'm like, Ruth doesn't mind. Ruth likes authenticity. Okay, so accent lighting. These are brand new. And we can change the colors. There's 2 of them. And they're shining up against, these are my closet doors. They've got, what is it, would you call it like variegated? Like wood slats? They're old. You can't take me seriously with my... I mean, look at this. If I don't get this all in one
Just go like.
My forehead's good. I just don't want to mess it up. Okay, I think I can do it. I'll start to do it just for you, because you
Okay.
can't talk to me, you said. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so Blake covered my closet doors with a white blanket.
Yes.
Very high tech. Very
Yeah,
high tech.
very high tech.
But you can't tell because it's blurry.
Right.
So it's just a white blanket.
It's just the art of filmmaking.
But it's wooden slat, kind of like the closet that E.T. hides in.
Yeah.
In Elliot's room.
Or like Lori in Halloween.
Yeah, because this was probably built in the 50s. I think
Yes.
we have another kid.
This
up
house
there.
was built in the 50s.
All right, so I'm taking off my brightening mask. My brightening mask tightens my pores, brightens my skin, and helps me with my dark age spots. So I'm going to have a nice glow. And I'm trying to use this now once a week because I want to shrink my pore size. We definitely have a kid.
We do have a kid in here, but I mean, it is what it
They're
is.
like gremlins. It probably is gremlin.
It is Gremlin.
Okay. Okay, so Blake, can you show our friends how we can change the color of the accent lights?
Yeah. Right now it is teal for my bride.
That
because-
looks blue.
No, but it's teal.
Looks blue.
Well, I mean,
Would
it
you
shows
call
up
that-
differently on camera.
Would you call that blue or teal?
Well,
friends
do you
in
want
the
it more green
comments?
teal or do you want it more blue teal? Which one do you want?
Oh, it would be more green. That is blue.
Okay.
That is blue. Blue. Hey, City, what color would you say that is on my wall? Look at it. Look at that right there. Bonnie says blue.
The
What
teal
color
color.
is that? No, don't listen to Daddy. What color is that?
That's light blue.
Thank you.
See, it's blue teal.
No,
No, it's light blue.
light blue. Yeah, Michaela and Bonnie both say blue. Okay, so even though I have a little spot here, I don't count that against myself. And as I said, this part was still a little wet. So if I didn't have an impatient person talking to me, I would probably have let this sit a little longer. But as I said, it is a game for me to see if I can pull off this brightening mask in one shot to see if I can make a little face out of it. You don't have to, but it's kind of a game. Just like as I said, when I peel, does anyone else
There,
do
how's
that,
that?
or is it just me? Felicity, what color is it now?
Let me see.
That's teal.
Still light blue.
No, I would call
Okay.
that teal. I would
Okay.
now call that teal.
Oh yeah. No.
Friends, what would you call that? Would that be teal to you now?
Yeah. That's
So if I wanted teal,
Wait, Daddy, come see.
hey, Miss Margarita said that she agreed with you, honey. That she thinks it's light, but she was light blue too. Now it's teal.
Yeah.
Now it's teal. Uh-oh. See, I didn't connect it. I'm too busy talking. I'm too busy talking.
It looks like Hannibal Lecter.
Mommy.
What? You want to peel it? Go for it. Yeah.
You're like the Sanderson sisters eating one of these.
Yeah, I'm trying to become younger. Let me eat the youth. Peel it. Oh, yay! Oh, yeah. Doesn't it look like my face is nice though? Do you see that? I mean, aside from don't pick my nose.
I'm not picking your nose.
Felt like it.
You want me to pick your nose?
Oh gosh. When's the last time either of you washed your hands?
Probably yesterday.
And I just like clean and anyway. So this can change colors.
So now we have to decide if we want one color or do we want two colors.
Okay, so show me.
Okay, so
I don't care right now.
well, what I'm saying.
I know this is something that you want to see and play around with.
Yeah, that was the
You're
whole
excited.
idea.
I know. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
So, do we want one color or two colors? Now,
I just want it
technically,
white. When I see people who are doing like makeup and skincare
Primary,
videos,
You'll have white.
it's
There
generally
you go. You
white.
said you wanted color.
So that, like how Ruth was saying earlier, then you can really focus onto the demonstration and what's going on, and you can see all the little bits of the mask that I haven't pulled
Who
off.
likes white better or who likes color better?
I find when it's a makeup or skincare video that I'm finding online that if the background is too much, I'm getting distracted and I don't really get to pay attention to here. So when I'm doing a makeup thing, would you prefer it be more like white or a color? All right, Blake, show me two colors as I peel off the remnants. What I will normally do when I don't have to sit down and stay put is I would just kind of wipe off whatever extra little bits of this mask are left. But the other thing you could do is you could just take your fingers and it just kind of like rubs and peels off. Or I can get my daughter and she can just come peel all the little bits off of my face. Because it feels like if you like peeling sunburns, this will be your jam.
Okay, so there's teal.
Wait, do you want me?
If you want to, I mean, you're awake. You're supposed to be asleep. But,
No,
you know.
honey, you're
What?
supposed to be in bed.
yeah.
Good night.
But she's not, so let's make use of her.
Okay.
She can see what I can't see.
Alright, so there's teal,
I have tiny eyes.
And
I
then-
see everything.
Yes, you can see everything.
and then here is white.
Margarita says we're cracking her up. Margarita likes the white. Do you like the white all the time, Margarita, just because of the way that it makes, the feeling of it? Or do you feel like it would mostly be good when it's makeup and skincare? I mean, honestly, that's mostly what I do, is makeup and skincare. I know, this one I feel like is still a little wet. See how it's
Or
like
we
goopy?
do
Oh yeah, that's good.
So you can just kind
I
Goop.
personally,
of, see? You just kind of wipe. I love that you have your eye mask on when you are not trying to sleep. Like, you can fake it to everybody.
I have my new pajamas and I have my eye mask.
I know,
on.
you look cute. You look like you could go shoot a commercial for kids who are supposed to go to sleep, but don't. Oh, my goodness. Christina likes the teal. So, Christina, do you like the teal
Alright.
all the time? Or
It's
do you...
purple and teal.
So this is what gets Blake. This right here. Or Blake, would it be purple on the other side so that it can bounce off of the yellow of the lights and then teal on the other? Or are you
Yeah.
happy with this?
Yeah.
This is where Blake really geeks out when we get to have multicolors. So if you watch our live recordings in the studio, which I promise we're going to be doing some more for our podcasts, he has taken great care and consideration when it comes to the lighting of the podcast studio. But we haven't been down there that much live
have-
recording.
we have 12 lights in our studio.
12
12 lights?
lights.
That's
The
amazing.
reason that we haven't been able to go live podcasting is because of my health. Like, I just can't always. We used to do it a lot at night, and most of the time, I can't hang. I'm in my pajamas. I'm having my spa night. I just want to go to sleep, and I can't be doing my normal podcasting stuff all the time at night. Let's see. Nicole says, how long do you keep the mask on? Keep it on until it's all dry, Nicole, and then you peel it off. So for me, it's generally like 10 to 15 minutes. I do recommend a bit thicker of a layer, which of course is going to take longer to dry, but then you can peel it off easier. When it's too thin of a layer, it's going to take a little longer to peel off. And I love the sensation of like peeling it off in a nice big strip like you just got to see my daughter do. But now my pores have been tightened. I mean, can you see? I can see it, but I don't know how well it's reflecting in the camera. Like, do you see like this glow that's happening
I'm in
my
on
face?
the two-tone.
Well, maybe that's what the mask is supposed to do.
That is with them, but do you see how I'm kind of like shiny? Like I'm like a Disney princess from Enchanted. Do I have any more little pieces of gold on me? All right, Blake, what did you want to do?
have a bump right there.
That, I know, that is called a keratosis, I think. I think that's what it's called. You're probably going to have them when you're 40. Mm-hmm. And then you want to know what they do?
What?
They freeze burn them off, and then it turns black and it falls off. And then, if you're lucky like me, it just grows back. Yay! I know, that's what happens to people who are Scottish and Irish.
I'm not Scottish or Irish.
Yes, you are. You're my child. What do you think these freckles are from?
Mama?
That's from Scotland and Ireland heritage, you goose. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see. White for makeup, says Michaela. Color for skincare. Ooh. And Margarita says the white background looks good because it seems to make your face look brighter and more of the focus. That's what I think and feel too, Margarita.
Okay.
Nicole says, thank you, definitely brighter. Yay! Yeah, what I love about doing masks at home is that, you can do it once a week and you can really get in a good routine where you're working on your face. Like so many of us want to treat ourselves and go to a spa, and there is nothing wrong with that, but you're going to pay 2, 3, 4 times the price of, one of these masks, and you do it once. And yes, you feel fabulous because someone else is doing it to you, but like you're not really going to see long-lasting results necessarily because you're having it as just one treatment. Whereas when you have these masks at home and you're doing them regularly, you're really going to see the difference then. So, it's kind of like going to the gym. Like you can go to the gym and have a really good session and like play basketball with somebody and have a good workout, but if you only go like every once in a while versus having a good routine, you're going to see a big difference taking care of your skin regularly. Bonnie says, I agree, doesn't distract from the makeup. You mean,
The color.
you agree, like you like the color or you like the white, Bonnie? What do you like, City? Do you like the white? This is the one that I like. But it still feels so dark. You
That's
tuned off
because
the
it's
light.
there.
No, it's because Daddy did this again. Daddy keeps unplugging things. I want to feel like I'm in the daytime. I want to feel like it's not getting darker and darker
I
each
like
day.
purple.
You like the purple one?
Yeah.
Bonnie says she likes the white for the makeup, but super love the colors for chats. Well, that's the other thing. Like, I can start doing more chats and kind of just chat about things with you or with Daddy or about, why I wear this mask. And yeah, chat time would be fun for colors, like an after hours thing. It can
And the
be.
good thing is, if you wanted to go from color to white, all you
Yeah.
have to do is just hit this button.
Oh my, let's show them this. So I've got this button, which just does the fill lights. Okay, just does the fill lights.
No, that's key lights.
Key lights. Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Whatever. This does this light. None of these other buttons have a purpose right now, which breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. And then each of these lights has these many buttons. Do I know what any of them mean? On, off. I know what that means. Okay, on and off. And then Blake said push the second to last one. No,
Watch.
I failed already.
Watch.
What?
Right.
That's the second one.
White.
What?
Color. White. Color.
Okay, hold on. So if I were off and I came in and I was like, it's time for makeup. Oh no, it's purple. I push CCT. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
I like the purple.
You like the purple?
Yeah.
We'll just have a party. Boom, 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 boom.
If you wanna do that, I can do this.
Boom, 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 boom. Well, no, I don't need a party for real. You're never gonna sleep, are you? Oh my goodness gracious. So this is what Blake loves to do. And then he goes onto YouTube tutorials for makeup ladies. That's what you were doing. Was it yesterday?
Mhm.
Or the day before? And he was looking up like makeup tutorial videos.
Oh, I want to be better than they are.
And he wants to see what their lighting is. And I'm like, I just need people to see what I'm putting on my face. I just need them to see me clearly. But this is what he loves. You know, some people like to collect other golf clubs. Some people collect cars. Blake collects additional light sources. And because our podcast studio already has 12, I think he's now becoming obsessed with my room. But I'm going to mess it up.
I know. I was putting this all together, and I'm like, it's just gonna get.
Yeah, like you're putting it in the middle of the floor, and that's where I get changed, and that's where I like to put my clothes on the floor.
Well, Marvin.
Sometimes.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like,
Can't they be suspended from the ceiling so I don't bump into them? Because what if our little lass and I want to dance or something?
then dance elsewhere.
No, we want to dance in my spare room. Rachel says white for makeup, colors for skincare, or just chit-chat sessions. Ruth says, I like the white for makeup, but the colors are pretty for chat. Maybe do a makeup session about how much lighting can affect your makeup and how one would need to compensate with makeup. Ooh, I like that. But honestly, you know, how many of you are ever on Zoom? Or, you know what I mean? Like, need to either be on camera or you're having Zoom meetings. Because truly, you don't need to be doing this. But there is a big difference in regards to having more than one light source or having at least one quality light source in front of you.
Yes.
So that way, you know, because if you have overhead lighting, for example, you're just going to look like you have dark under eye shadows.
At the least.
Yeah?
At the least.
Oh, he's going to show you.
You should have this.
Okay.
This
What is this?
This goes like right under your camera.
Here, bring
That
it
is
back here.
that is technically Mary's fill light.
Mm-hmm. This brings the sunshine glow.
So let me turn it off.
Okay.
It's kind of tan, but it's going right.
Oh, there you go. So off
Mm-hmm.
and then on, and that
Well, how
will.
about this? How about you like red? Because it's hard for them to see.
Well,
so
here.
here. Yeah, that's
It
what
looks,
Hold on.
It looks kind of tan,
That's-
but it's white in this.
The problem with us showing it on your camera the way that
Okay.
it is
Yeah.
that the settings in it are set for
to make it yellowy.
are set to, for the certain correct brightness.
Okay.
But like
It's tan, but it's making it white.
You're saying when you look at it, it looks tan? See, to
No.
me, that's like sunrise.
I
Like a
know.
sunrise.
I'm
Yeah, that
boxing.
looks like sunrise.
Yeah. Oh, now it's not sunrise.
I
Now
know.
it's aggressive.
Now it's white that I don't
So-
like it.
Me neither.
you should have at least this when you're
Okay.
doing Zoom.
How much does something like that cost?
$25.
Okay.
Yay!
If you want to be fancy, you get two. So you have one on each side.
And they plug right into your computer. There's no like
Rachel says I have a ring light for when I have to attend on-camera meetings for work.
Perfect.
Yes, Rachel,
Perfect.
it's perfect because I love ring lights because rather than having to have two, like one on each side, you now literally have it all around. It's even getting a little from above, getting some from below. Because if no matter where your lighting is, if you're not filling in those extra spaces, you're gonna have some shadows. And some shadows are cool, and other shadows
Yeah.
are gonna make like parts of your face are
here-
sinking.
here's a fun little tutorial on light.
Like even just like your under eye bags, like you're gonna look so much more tired depending upon your lighting.
Here's
then
a fun
look
little
at
tutorial.
ready? Look how much. Oh, okay.
Watch.
Okay.
So
Look
we're
how
gonna go
tired
over
I look.
we're gonna go over the
I am
basics of
tired.
light.
I am very
It
tired.
looks so dark. I love it.
Michaela says broke teacher. Could broke
Okay.
teacher do a $25 light? Do you
I
even need
love
it?
it. The tree looks like
You don't
it's
have to get 25. You can go
Christmas.
to Staples and get one for $7.
Nice. Oh, that's
Mommy.
what we used in the beginning of our
Right.
studio. The
So
clicky
here's a
ones.
fun little tutorial on light.
Mommy.
Daddy's trying to teach people
Okay,
things that he's
watch.
very
So this
passionate about.
is like kind of like right in
Okay,
front,
if you're bored, just go like this.
kind of like right in front, maybe like a 45-degree angle, slightly above Mary's eyes. So that gives her a flattering look. But what happens when I
this is
go?
flattering.
What happens when I go right below her? It looks like a horror film.
Yeah, let's tell a spooky story.
Now what happens?
Once upon a time.
What happens when I go right above her? It looks like she's getting interrogated.
Where were you on November 13th
And
at 9:52 p.m.?
If I
Because you
go-
weren't in bed. That's
I-
what I can tell you.
if I go right to the side of her, this is very dramatic
This is what they do
in film.
in film when someone isn't good.
Or no,
or is
just
conflicted.
this is what happens when they want to create drama.
When they're like,
And see what
when
happens
they're
is
sitting and they're saying, "Do I send my daughter to bed? I just don't know what
This-
to do.
this
I could not." Or I
this
could keep playing
line.
with her.
Stop moving. this line right here creates drama. And
Do you
if
feel
you
the drama, friends?
and the more that you move to the front, the less drama.
Aggressive.
Too
The
much
more you move to the
brightness.
side, the more emotion, the more emotive, the more drama.
Okay.
So you can see how when you move light, it affects how a camera and the feel of that scene reacts. And that is light.
Somebody's losing a tooth in the next day or two, right? You call it your speaking tooth? Because she feels like she's not going to speak normal.
So this is still somewhat drama fill. Okay, now if I add in my
Can you
next
go get
fill
me some
light,
water?
Where?
With my teal cup maybe, or another cup. A clean cup from the dishwasher.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
and then I add my halo light on.
Okay.
That's actually a pretty cool look.
That is. This looks appropriate for being in
Christmas.
Christmas pajamas. Like
Yes.
this is how, in my opinion, this is how we need to be having some little nighttime chats.
And then
Having some cocoa.
we have our
Talking about things that we're grateful for.
background lights. And then we have our key lights.
And then there was light. And then this really messes with me because it's now 10 o'clock at night and I'm having this much light in my face. This is why we usually don't podcast at night, because I've realized having all of this light on me when I'm supposed to be decreasing things and the melatonin window is changing, it doesn't work. I get a second wind. then I
And
don't fall
sometimes
asleep.
there's so much light that we actually have to add color back into Mary.
Mommy,
So the
I
fill
liked
light
it
that we
dark
have
because
here
then the Christmas shined,
is
and then it looked like it was
adding
Everyone was saying,
warmth
everyone said
and
that it was
glow
Christmassy.
back
Yes,
into
so
Mary.
Can you go throw away this mask?
where?
Trash in the bathroom. Thank you, sweet
Yay.
thing. Is your key light a ring light? Asks Bonnie.
No, it is not a ring light. And the reason why we didn't do a ring light, well, one
It's because of my slanted ceiling.
is because of the slanted
Actually,
ceiling.
the ceiling ends here. Like, if I put my hand out, the camera
it
is
ends
flush
like
against.
here,
Well, they can't see you, but like if I put my hand out, the camera's right
Like,
there,
right?
and the camera is
Here.
abutted to the wall, and the camera is as high as it can go in that slanted ceiling. So when we say that this room has slanted ceilings, there's no way we could have a ring light
And
in
it's
this
also
position.
In this position.
And that's why when I had the setup in the other area of the room, we had the ring light, we had all the stuff, but they were on tripods, and it looked great, but it took up so much physical space that I said, Blake, what if we went under the dormers and had different little lighting? So yes, it's not as simple as a ring light, but we're not eating up so much of my room with tripods and all this other kind of stuff.
So, in order to make up for that, what we've
Where's
done.
your face?
Oh,
Put
sorry.
your face in here.
Sorry.
Do you want to?
So, in order to make up for that, what we've done is I have two softbox lights, which is like a light with a big, like when you see it when photographers take your picture, right?
Bonnie knows what softbox lights are, but other people
Other
won't.
people don't.
You could think of it as saran wrap over a light.
And it's big boxes, and then it's the saran wrap on top of the boxes. Well, it's
Oh,
not, or
Bonnie wants a picture of the view. I'll
Oh,
definitely do it.
okay. And so then what we've done is I've done two of those, and then I have our fill lights.
But this is what Blake's debating: is he wants to maybe get rid of one of
our
them.
key lights.
I can't do
do
it. I think I'm actually having arthritic issues with my LC.
So
It's been hard for me to open jars and stuff.
that's why you got me. So that's why here's both key lights. Bless you. And then here is one key light.
Oh, Chicky says hi.
Hey, chicks. So there you go.
Like, I like this. I feel like this is more intimate. This is more real. But once again, if I'm trying to demonstrate things makeup related,
It has to be a little bit brighter.
techniques, stuff where I want you to see it, it does need to be brighter because then you can actually see the difference.
So now we'll put this back on.
I need sunglasses. But this is no joke. Once a week, Blake says, Mary, come here. I need you to sit down. And he will unplug, touch things, And then I'll get bored and I'll slouch and he'll be like, Mary, you're not sitting in the right spot. But then he makes it look so good. He knows what he's doing.
I try to.
I don't. Do you like how it looks?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, can you go to bed?
Yeah, Felicity, please. I need you to go downstairs.
Yeah, you need to go to bed because Mommy needs to go to bed. This is where I tap out and I tell Blake that he can sit in the chair if he needs to tweak anything or that we can work on it another day. Because I will say, as with all hobbies, when there's no end point, it's so hard. It's so hard because he gets inspired and he wants to, do this. Like he'll sit here for 20 minutes.
I will. Put your head back.
And I am so impatient. Oh man, oh man. This is what we do. This is our marriage. Welcome to Mary and Blake. Oh my goodness. And I don't really often see a difference. Just like how in television shows, he'll be, talking in the podcast about, oh, did you see this? And this little change made. No, I didn't notice it at all. I was paying attention to what they were saying or wearing or eating or figuring a plot hole out.
That's why you're really
That's why
good
we
at what
have
you do.
each other. I know. Christina says they look like lightsabers. They do.
They are.
Oh no, they have tripod bases.
Yes.
That means they're taking up space. Oh. Maybe we can suspend them.
How?
Fishing wire.
Yeah, okay, that's...
Oh, tripods take up room, and then I hit them, and then I don't put them back right. Ugh. This is why people who are professional just have a room that nobody goes in, and their kids don't go in. This is what we were just talking about yesterday. Like, if this room
was just like a room that I could just build a studio...
If I didn't have children who wanted to visit me all the time, which
I
I love.
If it was just a studio that we could use,
Yeah.
and not a bedroom that like you gotta use your closets and
Yeah, like these are closets covered in a white blanket, and every day I need to open that up and get my clothes out and do things, but that's gonna be right next to those. Like that one is in front of a door. That one's gonna be messed up, Blake. I'm telling you right up. Because that's the more popular closet. That's where I keep the actual things I wear. That's the dress closet. This one is a dress closet. Well, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. That's why I put it there.
Okay, yeah. That's the one I do only when I'm going fancy time.
Right.
This is the everyday one. Okay.
So, if it was just a studio...
Oh, Margarita says I'm freezing up. Is it Blake's lighting causing you to blow a fuse like National Lampoon's
Very funny, Margarita.
Occasion?
Very funny.
Is anyone else having us be choppy or freezing? Because that would be great to know too.
So I could set this up beautifully, where it's just like...
If I didn't need to use... If this wasn't a usable room that I use with the family. Bonnie says she's not having any issues, so it might just be you, Margarita, or maybe it's Cranston. Maybe we're just having an issue. But yeah, I'm most likely gonna bump those.
Yeah, you're totally gonna bump them.
Yeah, and then some days I'll just sit wrong, or I'll sit too close.
Yeah, and
or sit too far.
And you don't pay attention.
I'm blind, Blake.
You can see when you can see when
I can
you're
see
too
what?
close.
What do...
And you can see the things behind you.
That's what I suggested too, Bonnie. I said he should just put little pieces of tape so that I know where to put everything. Didn't I just say that
But that's
yesterday?
assuming you would do that.
You need to have better hope in me.
yeah, that response
Higher
right
hope.
there.
It's after 10. My brain's done. Yeah, I agree, Bonnie. I'm right there with you. I think I could handle tape. And line things up. He actually just put the camera behind my computer so that I can't touch it.
Can't touch it anymore.
I don't even know if it was me. It was probably the cat.
No, it was you.
I don't know why I would touch a camera.
Because you're fiddling around with everything, and you're touching things, and you're moving, so you're banging it, you're bumping it, and you don't. Well, it is where it is.
I just can't do.
Sometimes her face is over here, and she's like, "Hey guys, it's me, Mary."
I used to just do this from my phone in a dining room.
Yeah, but it looked like crap.
I know. He would say that every day.
Now it looks better.
I hate this. Not gonna let it be like that. So once again, it's so funny because the transformation, I've actually had some other friends be like, oh, what are you doing with your camera? This, that, and the other thing. Like, it's really just Blake's hobby. It is his hobby at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Except the Christmas tree was mine.
Yes, actually, the Christmas tree is a great addition
I know.
because
Can
it's practical
Can
lighting.
you show everybody what it does? This is the best Christmas tree. If you are short
No,
on space,
it's all out of focus.
no, you just like lift up its skirt. If you are in an
I'll
office
lift up a
space,
skirt.
if you are small on space, you got little ones. It is a like almost like a spring tinsel, and it folds up into a little box. Look at that. That's what it is. It's literally just tinsel, and it drops down like a skirt. It's a battery operated lights, and then there's poles, and then the poles disassemble, and everything came in a box this size, maybe this thick. So when I'm done with it, boo 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 boo, stored away. I'm so excited because I love Christmas trees in every single room, but there's not enough space in our house to truly store like real fake Christmas trees. But tinsel trees that roll on up, game changer.
Bonnie asks if it's a real camera or a webcam.
Good night, Margarita. Look beautiful.
Bonnie,
oh, lady,
it
you're
is
too sweet.
a Canon Rebel T3i. So yes, it's a real camera.
It's the kind of camera that I say people get when they want to be adults and like, oh, I'm gonna get into photography, and then they actually don't, or they try. You're back. All right, we need to wrap this up because we need to go read another nighttime story. And she's just so excited. You just want to be on camera, right? Come here. I know. You just want to be on camera. It's so tough. It's so tough when there's multiple studios in a household and you have extroverted children who are not shy. You wonder why you're not shy. But thank you everybody for hanging on out. As I said, I would have just been in here doing this exact same thing. Like a camera on, seeing the screen, just not live. And I asked Blake, I said, can we just do this live instead? Because this is honestly everything that would have happened aside from us explaining it to you. I would have had this little one jumping up into my lap. I would have had Blake saying, move your head, do this, do that.
Sit right.
Yeah. Sit right. Hashtag.
Sit where you're gonna sit.
Yeah, that's the other one. Sit where you're gonna sit. Or, is that where you're gonna sit? But it's said with like a judging thing, and I don't know, like, am I sitting in the wrong spot? Or does he really want to know if this is where I'm gonna sit?
Most of the time, is that where you're gonna sit. Most of the time.
Is that where you're gonna sit? Is that
most
where you're gonna sit?
sometimes it's judgy.
I know. I'm just sitting wherever the chair was. Oh my goodness. It's been way more fun. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, friends, for joining us. It has been way more fun for me, too. Because otherwise, I would have just been sitting here being told, hey, sit up straight. What do you think of this color? What do you think of that color?
Unbelievable.
And instead, I got to hang out with you all. Ian, you. What are you doing?
I'm just looking at stuff.
No, I can't see my friends. You just got rid of my friends. All right. Thank you, everybody. I hope you have a great night. Do you want to come and say goodbye, too? You can say goodbye.
Goodbye, too.
Bye, everybody. Take care.